If you've ever held a $100 bill and wondered, can this really turn into something meaningful? Trust me, you're not alone. I remember sitting in a cramped college cafeteria, staring at the last $120 I had for the month. Everyone around me was joking about crypto, quick flips, and the next hot stock. I felt completely lost, and honestly, a little embarrassed. Because deep down, I knew if I didn't learn how money grows, I'd be stuck in that same cycle forever. That moment was my turning point. Not because I suddenly learned to get rich, but because I realized $100 isn't the end. It's the start. First, before you learn to grow money, you have to learn how to keep it. The first place for your $100 isn't flashy, it's not stocks. It's a high-yield savings account. Think of this as your emergency parachute, the thing that prevents a bad day from becoming a financial crisis. A car repair, a broken phone, a medical bill. These things don't care if you're just getting started. When I bought my first apartment, the hot water system blew up after 2 months. I didn't panic. Why? Because I had an emergency fund. That small cushion saved me from debt, and debt kills your ability to invest. This step won't make you rich, but it keeps you alive long enough to become rich. Once you've protected yourself, it's time to grow. The simplest, safest way for most beginners is an index fund.
You're not betting on one company. You're investing in the entire economy. Companies like Apple, Amazon, and Google all at once. If you invest $100 a month at a 7% annual return, you'd have over $120,000 in 30 years. That's compound interest quietly working in the background. You don't need luck, you just need consistency. And you can buy fractional shares, so even $10 works. If you like the idea of real estate but don't have $200,000, there are REITs. Real estate investment trusts let you buy a tiny piece of income-generating properties. Offices, apartments, malls, all with that same $100. Now that you have stability and long-term growth, here's where things get interesting. One of the fastest ways to turn $100 into $500 is flipping. Look around you. Sneakers, electronics, collectibles. If you know a market even a little, you have an edge. You buy undervalued items and sell them to people who actually want them. Is it work? Yes. Does it pay? Absolutely. Sometimes within days. Then there are individual stocks. Here's where risk jumps. If index funds are a basket of candy, individual stocks are choosing one piece and hoping it's the best one. You can make a lot of money, but you can also lose a lot.
It's perfect for beginners who want to learn, but only with money you can afford to watch fluctuate. And then there's the wild card, cryptocurrency. Bitcoin has made millionaires, and it has destroyed savings. If you put $100 into Bitcoin in 2015, it would be worth thousands today. But if you bought at the wrong time, you'd be left with pennies. So here's the rule. Never invest money into crypto that you can't afford to lose. Use it as a long-term experiment, not a financial plan. And what should you absolutely not do? The lottery. It's tempting because it feels magical, but the truth is harsh. The average player loses half their money. It's not investing, it's hoping. And hope is not a strategy. The biggest mistake beginners make is thinking $100 isn't enough. But your first $100 is your training ground. It's where you learn discipline, patience, and control. It's where you stop guessing and start understanding. Wealth doesn't start with millions. It starts with the first decision you make today. So whether you choose index funds, flipping, or stocks, what matters most is that you start. Your future self will thank you.